Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to another show, Jim Hall, You Ought to Know. And we're getting ready for the 88th Annual Los Angeles County Fair. What does that mean? There's going to be goat milking. There's going to be plenty of goats. There's going to be buffalo, little sheep, little cows. There's going to be pigs. Well, there's going to be food. And, of course, it's all at the Los Angeles County Fair in Pomona. Fairplex is where we're headed to. That's right. And you can check out the Metrolink specials. Go to lacountyfair.com for more information. Why are we headed for the Los Angeles County Fair? It's the biggest fair around anywhere, and because you ought to know. Have fun at the fair, everybody. We're headed for the fair, too. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know at the Los Angeles County Fair, the 88th Annual Los Angeles County Fair at Fairplex in Pomona, and we're in the livestock area, and let's introduce you.
Hi, my name's Catlin Cahill.
And you come from where?
Riverside, California.
All right, so you're local. You're here in Southern California, but we're here in the LA County Fairs. Do you do a lot of fairs?
Yes, I do. I go to Del Mar, Ventura, and OC.
And it's all about goats, or do you have other livestock here?
I have goats as well as sheep.
All right. What's easier to work with?
Sheep.
Sheep are easier.
Yeah.
Sheep are easier. So we've got the goat, though, here with us.
Yeah.
And we're in the, you do a demonstration here with milking, and you talk about the goat. So let's educate a little bit in the next 3 minutes. The goat we're seeing right here is who?
Zip code.
Zip code is 90210. No, Riverside is?
My area, the 92509.
Okay, there it is. So that's zip code right here we're seeing. Now, doing the milking back here, who is that?
That's my mom, Laura.
Hi, Laura. How are you? Laura's doing the milking, which is done how many times a day on each goat?
Twice a day.
Are you kidding me? Twice a day?
Yeah, twice a day.
How much milk will we get out of a goat? One goat on each day?
One goat, about half a gallon to about a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, and how many goats do you have, for example?
I have 27.
That's a lot of milking. So I'm guessing that you do, this is the old-fashioned way, but you have a milk machine here that you were demonstrating with the crowd around, and you actually have the automatic milker.
Yes, automatic saves some time.
All right. Well, here at the Los Angeles County Fair now, you're doing demonstrations. How many demonstrations will you do a day here?
Well, in the morning for our kids' school that would come in, we do it from 9 a.m. to about 11:45, straight milking. We let all the kids come up, and then we have about 5 demonstrations after that.
Is there a right way and a wrong way to milk a goat?
There is. If you pull down on the udder, they don't like it, and you really don't get any milk out. It is a squeezing motion.
All right, so there is a technique to it. Now, she's working both sides as she goes here now.
Yes, you can usually just do it both or at the same time, but you can get tired, and so you just kind of switch back and forth.
And you'll know when you're done because the udder will collapse. You'll have the empty feel to it.
Right.
And then do you need to treat the udders?
Yep, we put a disinfectant spray up on it so that it closes up the orifice where that milk was coming out.
Okay. Now, this goat is how old? Zip code is how old?
She's only a year old.
1 year old?
Yep.
And she'll be a milker for how long?
Until she dies.
So these goats are destined to be milk goats. That's what they are.
They are milk goats.
They're not going to end up on somebody's plate or in somebody's kitchen.
Nope, not these guys. These are more of our pets than anything else. That she'll be here until the time comes.
All right. Now you have goats total 27 here at the fair, or 27 total?
27 total. We have 11 milkers here and 1 kid.
Okay. Well, these will last. Normal age span for a goat is
About 9 to 10 years.
okay. So that's a lot of milk. If you added all that up, if you talked
Right.
about half a gallon here.
Right. We had a goat actually last year that produced 3,800 pounds of milk for 305 days.
That's amazing.
That's
That is amazing.
a lot of milk. So
Now this one will be, what is the average diet of a goat? How do you have to feed them?
she gets about a can of a mixture of corn, wheat, soybean, and molasses.
And that's the routine diet?
And then she has also alfalfa. That is about the majority of her diet.
Now when these are at home on the property that you have, are these isolated in pens? Are they free roaming, or what is the process?
They are in what we call like a dry lot situation. All of them have a nice size area that they run together. None of them are sanctioned off by themselves. They're all together. It's really neat to see the herd aspect in them because they will stick with their relatives.
So they do associate, and having the communal effect, they do relate well with each other.
Yes.
Any bad feelings? Do they fight?
They do fight. Right now is our breeding season, and so they start coming to heat, and they play dominance and who's going to be bred first.
What about the milk now? What's the process? Once the milk is gathered, there it is in the pail being poured in. What do you do with the milk?
It would be heat treated, so 180 degrees, I believe it is, that we heat treat it, and that kills any of the bacteria that might be in there, and then it would have to be cooled. It can be taken straight from the goat to a pot and made cheese. We do that quite often. We can also make soap with it by freezing the milk and adding oils and other stuff to make that.
Now, is this a business for you? Do you sell the milk, or is this used by you?
This is more of a hobby for us. We do make soaps and sell it at crafts fairs, but most of the milk will go down the drain because it's really hard we have 15 goats in milk and a gallon to maybe 2 gallons a day. It's a little overboard on the
And
milk.
you can't really sell it out, and you're not set up as a dairy type.
Right. We're not set up as a licensed dairy, so we can't sell it.
And people can't come. They can come see the demonstration, but they can't sample the milk.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, we're here at the Los Angeles County Fair, and you guys are going to be here through the run of the fair?
Yep. We're here every day that the fair is open from morning till night.
All right. And so are the goats, so come and see them in the livestock area. That's where we are, the Los Angeles County Fair, everybody. It is the 88th annual Los Angeles County Fair, and why are we here? Like with all of our shows, to bring you the excitement. We're headed for food next, so don't go anywhere. Stay right here, simply because you ought to know. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Los Angeles County Fair. Jim Hall, you ought to know. And with me, introduce yourself.
Omar Farias. I'm with the Big Baba's Bat Barbecue.
And Big Bubba's comes out of where? Where are you from?
We're from Paso Robles, California. It's 101 North.
And you do a lot of fairs, because I've seen Big Bubba out there.
Yeah, we do a lot of fairs around all the state, California, and some of them out of the state.
Well, we opened up on a shot of ribs, turkey legs out there. I mean, how many turkey legs do you go through a day? Do you have any idea?
Well, in a busy day, we can go like 30 cases, 40 cases. I mean, that's going to be like 600 turkey legs.
600 turkey legs a day on a great day. And ribs, how many ribs, slabs of ribs will you go through?
30 cases. 30 cases that goes like in slabs. They're like 900 slabs.
That's a lot of ribs that are going to be out there. So turkey legs or ribs. Now you guys are doing them here, and the secret to doing this is the wood. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, it's the wood. We use different kinds of wood sometimes, but the mesquite charcoal too, and that's the meat who giving us the flavor for a food, for the meat.
Well, we're going to look at some of this food because you serve up some stuff. Now look, everybody. Here's some ribs right here. Take a look at that. This is the ribs, and these were done on the smoker for how long?
2 hours, 2 hours and a half.
All right. So that's the ribs. Take a look at this leg here. This is a turkey leg. Look at the size of my hand. Look at the size of this turkey leg here. Turkey leg, that's about how much does that turkey leg weigh, you think?
2 hours too.
2 hours of cooking time, and how much does it weigh?
Close to a pound.
Close to a pound on there. I mean, it feels like it, too. Look at that. That's a turkey leg done on the smoker for a couple hours. And down here, take a look at this, everybody. This is the chicken, and I got that for you right there, Joe. So when you out here doing the fairs, Big Bubba's does how many fairs a year, do you think?
30 fairs, something like that, like 30.
And you travel all around. You go everywhere.
Yeah, we go everywhere. We go into North California, to here, South California. We go into New Mexico State Fair, Pueblo State, Colorado State Fair. Everywhere.
All right. Well, we're going to sample some of this food, and then it's dessert time, so stay with us on that. Well, after a meal, you got to have fair dessert, and fair foods includes totally fried food. And you got it on your shirt, Tony. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Tony Bogosian with Chicken Charlie's, and at Chicken Charlie's, we believe in everything being totally fried.
Everything is totally fried.
Everything is totally fried, even us sometimes after a long day.
All right, well, I'm ready for a little dessert sampling, so what are we starting with here? What is this?
This is the new item this year at the LA County Fair. This is our deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly. Elvis would be in heaven.
Absolutely. This is an American favorite. We dip it in a sweet batter, deep fry it, put some more strawberry sauce on top with a little powdered sugar for a little extra sweetness. It's delicious.
All right. We're going to sample that. Next to that, what do we have right here?
This is one of our classics. We've had this around for a few years now. This is the deep fried Oreo cookies.
Yep.
This is one of my favorites. It tastes like eating a little bite of heaven in every bite.
A little bit of, you get the whole thing, the mixture of the chocolate and the cream, and it all melts
Crunchy.
together?
Yeah, it's delicious.
All right. So we're going to sample that, and then down here, this is something I'm interested in,
This is
too.
one of my favorites. This is the
Chicken sandwich?
Krispy Kreme chicken sandwich, not just any
Krispy
chicken sandwich.
Kreme. That means donut time mixed with chicken.
That's right. You can have a regular chicken sandwich any day of the year, but when you come out to the fair, it's only once a year. You want to try something different, something unique, something fun. Come to Chicken Charlie's, get yourself a Krispy Kreme chicken sandwich.
Well, Chicken Charlie's is just right across from the grandstand on the main thoroughfare. You can't miss it. Big red and white building here, and it says totally fried on it, Chicken Charlie's.
Totally fried.
And this is just 3 of the items that you have now. Krispy Kreme
Yeah.
chicken sandwich, the deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the deep fried Oreos. Take a look at this, everybody. It's dessert time at the Los Angeles County Fair. How about that?
Absolutely. Come on out and have a great time.
All right, Tony, thank you so much for talking with us. And why are we here at the Los Angeles County Fair? To sample all the food, all of the fair food, right?
Absolutely.
And because, like with all of our shows, like it says right here, you ought to know. Stay with us. We'll be back with more at the Los Angeles County Fair. Welcome back, Jim Hall, You Ought to Know, and we are here at the 88th Annual Los Angeles County Fair, and you see the Enchanted Forest there. We're inside a very particular building, and with me, let's introduce you.
Nancy Bates.
And Nancy, this building is called what?
A Time Long Ago.
Yeah,
This
and
is
it's a long time ago.
Yes. We're talking about the medieval era here.
Yeah. Now, are you into the medieval type thing, or SCA, or any of that kind of thing?
Well, our family's been often into like Civil War reenacting. We go to Renaissance fairs, that type of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got a little knowledge of
Yeah.
this, and you work this into this theme. Now, interesting thing, we were talking a little bit off camera. Last year's theme in this building, completely different, was what?
Under the Sea.
And this year, totally redone, and it changes every year, huh?
Mhm. Yes, it does. We get a new theme every year, and I completely run with whatever that theme is. I make the buildings look different. All the competitions are different. Everything looks different.
Well, how many people will run with you on that adventure to get this done?
Actually, the team that works in the building is pretty small. There's only about 6 of us. The creative team that we have here at the Fairplex, they're a big part of it too, and there's about 6 or 8 of those.
Well, this whole themed area, there are so many different things for people to do, old and young alike. But talk about some of the things that kids can experience in here and what it's all about.
Well, it starts before the fair even opens, where they can enter the different competitions we have, and we have where they could, make their own shield or castle banner. They could make a fairy, a sock dragon. We have a lot of different contests they can enter before it even opens. Once the fair opens and they're in here, we have a medieval kitchen over there where they can pretend they're cooking a meal without any electricity, just like they would have done back then. Our whole Enchanted Forest is based on different things that they actually believed in back then, like fairies and dragons and trolls. It's a little bit of science involved in Rapunzel's hair over there. We've got plenty of hands-on activities. There's catapults over there where they can actually try to destroy a castle with a catapult. Gardening, because kids were expected to work hard in the garden back then. We have games over here, oversized games that they would have played in that time period. We have crafts. They're modern crafts based on different images and themes from back then, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, do we have any guillotines or any of that sort of stuff here?
No, we sure don't. We do have the pillory, though. A lot of people call the stocks.
Yeah, the stocks. Put them in the stocks and leave them there for the public to see, and throw old rotten tomatoes.
Yes, definitely. But everything's been really popular. I'm just very excited to see everything that we've done in here. People are working on it constantly, just exploring what we have to offer and learning. There's a lot of learning opportunities.
Yeah, I would imagine what goes on in here is really the underlying thing is there's a lot of education to this.
Yes, I like to try to make it appeal to younger children and families and older children. So the younger kids might walk up and all they want to do is pick the vegetables over there, but older kids and families can look at the scrolls we have and see what the roles of kids would have been in that time period, explaining how important farming was, or how important archery was, or horses. There's a lot of, as you walk through, you'll see these scrolls, these informational scrolls that I've actually done a lot of research in putting information on there so they can learn as well.
Well, they do learn, and as they've come in, when they participate in these different things that they can do in here, do any of them come, or any in school kids, are they come in dress and so on? Or?
I haven't seen any of them come dressed, but they do come in large groups, school groups, anywhere from kindergarten up through middle school. And a lot of them come with questions that they have to answer. The teachers prepare beforehand. Go find out about how a sundial works, or how does Rapunzel's hair, can you really climb a rope of hair? So they come with questions prepared, and they have to actually walk through the building and do some work while they're here.
Well, have you actually prepared anything for different school districts or teachers, maybe worksheets on what to experience or what they expect when they got here?
I haven't done that, but we do have a department that does that. It's our Fair Kids Discovery Club, and they spend a lot of time trying to see how what we have to offer here ties in with the state standards.
Well, that's excellent, because the kids come and they get that experience, but then they get the rest of the fair here as well. So it's a whole win-win situation.
Yeah, because we want them to have fun. And we want them to have fun in this building. A lot of times they don't know they're learning something. They're just having fun. So.
Now, the staff that's working with you today, I saw everybody. I've talked to people at the front desk, made my way back here where we found you, and everybody is costumed up to something with medieval. So they definitely are in the part.
Yes, this is the first time we've done this, where we've had the entire staff dressed in costume to go with the theme. And it's really been well received by the public.
Yeah, I like it. I was watching the different dress, and they kind of play the part well, too.
Yeah, we're really having a good time. Every once in a while we do the maypole dance over here, and seeing us all costumed up, dancing with live music around the maypole, it's been great.
Now, yeah, I know you got a lot of folks here that attend the local Renaissance Pleasure Fair in Irwindale, and so you're going to get a lot of visitors in here. Have you heard from many of those folks already?
No, I sure haven't.
No.
No, but I would welcome them to stop by. It'd be great. I'd like to see what they have to say.
Some of them bring some of their armor. I guess they probably couldn't bring the armor in, but it'd be interesting to see the people that come to visit you, because this is a beautiful outlay in here. And again, you call the building?
A time long ago, and it's the America's Kids building.
All right, so they want to make their way here during the fair. You don't want to miss this. You want to come experience this. Thank you for talking with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we are here at the Los Angeles County Fair. Like with all of our shows, we hope you've enjoyed the food, the milking of the goats, and taking you back in time simply because you ought to know. Stay with us. We'll be right back to wrap it up. We've had a great time at the Los Angeles County Fair out here in Pomona at Fairplex. Caden had the deep-fried Twinkies. You had the
deep-fried chicken sandwich.
And Connor even had some of that rib, the tender rib and turkey leg. And we enjoyed the Los Angeles County Fair here at Fairplex in its 88th year, everybody. Everybody's inviting you to come on out, come to Fairplex, and enjoy this year's fair, simply because, like with all of our shows, you're headed for England, we're headed back to the fair. How about that, everybody? Simply because you ought to know. See you next time, everybody. Enjoy the fair.